Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is an ALPHALETE review of their drop 4, which is dropping August 12th at 12 p.m. CST. Code Bailey does save you 10% off and counts as an entry to my monthly giveaway, which I will have linked down below. If you do use my code, it means the absolute world. Thank you so much. But also, please let me know so I can personally say thank you. We have a new pump coming, and these colors are some of my favorite I think they've ever done. So let's just get into it. One of my favorite colors that I have been waiting for ALPHALETE to do for so long, like I have been asking for a heather gray for I don't even know how long, but we now finally have a heather gray. Something about a heather gray just always gets me. I have heather gray in quite a few pieces. I really hope it returns and we get to see it in the shape jacket and a seamless bolero shrug. That would be so dang cute. Another one of my favorites, and you guys are gonna be so surprised by my favorites this drop. Granted, I love all the colors, but like my top 2 are not what you expect because I'm a brights girly. However, I'm like, am I turning into a neutrals girly? Because I am obsessed with wheat. Something about it is like, it's almost again, like a cream of vanilla, and that's another color that I have been really wanting ALPHALETE to do. A lot of brands, to be honest, I always say this, I'm like, I want a vanilla because I love Crop Shop Boutique's vanilla. Anything they drop in vanilla, I'm gonna buy it because it's not gonna look like your skin tone, like sand or Sahara, but it's one of those neutrals that goes with every single color. It's just a staple, it's a classic, and it makes your butt look so good. Like the wheat and heather gray are just needs in my opinion. Like I hope again we see wheat a lot more. I think it should be one of their core, these two should become a core color for them because I will buy everything in a heather gray and I will buy everything in this wheat. And I want it in the shape jacket. I want it in a seamless bolero, a baby tee. Like I love this color. And it's not even like a super heathered look. It doesn't have much marl to it. It is the perfect neutral. I would be able to wear it with every shade of brown. You could wear it with pink. You could wear it with like green, like blue. Like it goes with every single color. Like it's one of those neutrals that like you will get your money's worth. We have dusty navy, so another good neutral. Then we have orchid, which is a very pretty like pinkish purple. Almost kind of reminds me of Glee's Purple Rain. We have Skyline, which is a pastel blue, very pretty. I think these are such pretty brights. We have Quart green, which is a dark green. And then now I'll pop color comparisons on the screen. We'll start with the Amplify Minimal bra. So this one is new. Adjustable straps, halter neck, minimal design, low impact activity, AB cup. We recommend staying true to size. 51% polyamide, 38% polyester, 11% elastane. Same material as the Amplify. It comes in black, quart green, dusty navy, heather gray, orchid skyline, wheat, and white. So at first I did not like it. Like it just looked so wide, the e-com shots, and I am narrow chested and I hate when a bra is too wide. So I was very nervous. I did not think I was going to like this bra at all, being completely honest. 2 sizes to compare, and I'll post side by side along with measurements. of extra small and extra small so you guys can see. The Amplify Minimal bra will be $39.60 with code Bailey. So I got it in 4 colors, and we'll start with extra small. So extra small is very wide, and I do get some bagginess right in the middle because it's so wide. I get gaping. And you can adjust the straps and tighten it, but I still get the gaping in the middle, and then it just makes my neck hurt because the strap is so tight. The bottom band feels very comfortable though in my true size, and I love the minimal itty bitty like lack of fabric. As an IBTC girly, I love how skimpy this is. Like, I'm not like, this is my cup of tea. But I don't like how wide it is. Like, I do feel like it should come in more, but when I size down, it gets much better, but I cannot stay true to size because it's just quite wide. So I do feel like it should come in a little bit, like half an inch, maybe even an inch, personally. Removable cups, low support because all it has is this thin little band. However, it is so dainty on the back. It reminds me of Define Impact Strap Bra, different front design, but that same dainty itty bitty minimal vibe, which is right up my alley. Like, I did not think I was gonna like this bra, but I friggin' love it. I think it's my new favorite bra ALPHALETE's ever done, and I want it in every single color. I hope it comes back in so many launches. So here's Heather Gray extra small, quite wide. You've got the white logo on the side. I wish that was tonal and minimal. Here's the extra small. So as you can see, it is so wide. You can see like I'm getting the bagginess that I was seeing in the e-com shoot. It's too wide. So yeah, definitely for wider chest gals, not narrow chest friendly, so I would recommend sizing down. You are IBTC and narrow chested. Again, I wouldn't size down if you're BTC, even if you're narrow chested, just because the coverage might become way too little. So it's definitely more for wider chests. I do hope they bring it in a little bit width-wise, because then at that point I wouldn't size down, because when I size down, like, the band does get a little snug, and I like the band down here in the extra small better. I just don't like how wide it is, how baggy, and then when I tighten the neck, still baggy, still gapes, but then my neck starts to hurt. Just love to see those tweaks. But I still really like it even in the extra small, just because it's so minimal. And I've been wanting ALPHALETE to do a bra like this. Like they have a ton of other like IBTC bras, but they were just never like as minimal as I wanted and like Define Impact level. So I'm really, really loving this bra. And then when I size down, it's so much better width-wise. The band does get a little snug. That's why I wish I could, my true size worked for me for more comfort on the bottom band. However, when I size down, the coverage does get a little bit lower, but I like that. But the width is so much better, and I don't feel like I'm getting gaping. Like, that's exactly how I feel like the extra small should be width-wise. And I loosened the strap, and the strap's still quite comfortable because I don't have to tighten it at all. Removable cups, the small little band. Now I will say this has more structure than like the Define strappy one because of this bottom band right here. Stays put really well for me, but if you are larger up top, BTC, I would recommend maybe sizing up for more coverage. If you're wider chested, I don't think you need to size down at all, but if you're narrow chested and IBTC, I would size down. Like, as an IBTC girl, I love this bra. I'm very, very happy that we have this bra, and I hope we see her more, but I do understand that there has been a lack of BTC options, and I feel like every launch should have an IBTC and a BTC option. That way no one's left out. And for someone who's BTC, wants more coverage, or more support, they unfortunately don't even get to have a matching bra this drop. But the designer did say that next launch will have BTC options. Orchid, this really pretty pinky purple, kind of like, again, Purple Rain. I love the back. I love how itty bitty it is, but keep in mind, staying true to size, it is wider. I sized down and I really like the size down. Here's the size down of the bra, the extra small. It's got a thin ribbed band. It does help a lot sizing down with the width. Like, it feels so much better. I'm not getting gaping, adjustable neck strap. the white logo on this side, removable cups. It's definitely low support, low coverage. I love a skimpy moment. I love an itty bitty minimal sexy moment, and that is exactly what this is. Oh, like I'm an IBTC girl. Like I know this isn't BTC friendly and they've done a lot of IBTC bras, but the designer did say that next drop will have BTC options. I really like, as I love IBTC bras, so I don't want that to stop, but there definitely needs to be every launch a IBTC and a BTC option. That way no one is left out, because I will say, like, if you are larger up top, this is going to be probably like Band-Aids covering your boobs, have very low support. I know Catherine said with the size up that did help with coverage, but it's still a very, like, it's not BTC friendly. Like, so I'm excited for next month to see some BTC options. But as an IBTC girly, and a girly that loves a minimal moment, I am obsessed, and I hope this bra continues to come back. It is my favorite bra ever. I will buy it in every single color. I love the size down. It's more narrow chest friendly. The band does get a little bit tighter when you size down, but I feel like over time it stretches out a little bit and it's a little bit more comfortable. But it just helps so much with the width and gaping. Again, the adjustable straps, but look how, like, oh, it's so itty bitty and short line. Like, I am eating this up. Really, again, hope that this becomes a staple bra. That and the Sandy bra, the best bras they have ever done. And then look at the back. It's a halter and it is so itty bitty. Like, you guys know I love the Define Impact strappy bra. Exactly what this is giving. But I can do any type of exercise and it is staying put. It does feel more supportive, granted it's still low support, but more supportive than the Impact one. Like, that one does kind of like slide around, but having this ribbed bottom band makes it stay put so much better. I have the Haley short sleeve, tight fit, off the shoulder, crop short sleeves, A logo, recommend staying true to size, same material as Amplify. This is coming in black, Quart green, Orchid Skyline, and white. $39.60 with code Bailey. I got just one color, Quart green, extra small. It fits the same as a Haley long sleeve, but I do think it fits a little bit better than the long sleeve because you don't have the extra fabric in the arms pulling it up and down and like when you move. So I feel like you're a little bit less restricted in this one. Granted, it's still kind of like this part, like if you want it just straight across, when you raise your arms, it does roll up and kind of come to an angle. But after I do that first like arm raise and it moves, for the most part, it stays put there. And with wearing a bra underneath, it stays up and put. Like, I don't feel like I have to keep pulling it down like I did with the long sleeve, and I think it's due to not having all that extra fabric in the arm area pulling it. But I still don't really think it's my vibe, I'll be honest. Like, I don't know, I just don't ever wear my long sleeves, and I'm just like, it's cute, but like, I don't think I'll grab it much. I would have much rather had a seamless cap sleeve bolero. Those are so freaking cute, like the crop shop boutique one. Granted, I don't think that's seamless fabric, but I think a seamless fabric would be so much more ideal, and I think it would stay put better. I think that would be like such a, oh my god, such an iconic muscle mommy, sexy, like I'm that girl gym fit. White A logo, very stretchy, extra small. Felt fine. I definitely wouldn't want to size up. I think it would be too big and like would roll fast, like roll easier. However, the armpit area is definitely the tightest part, so that does kind of irritate a little bit. So I feel like that area needs to be loosened just a smidge. But again, I don't want to size up because then everywhere else will be too big. When I move and bend and stuff and exercise, it does get a little bit of gaping in the front. So again, I personally wear a bra underneath. I would not recommend wearing no bra personally because of that, and I feel like it would ride up easier without a bra. So this is the extra small, basically the same as the long sleeve, just now a short sleeve. I'm not loving it. I only got one color because I just knew I'm not gonna wear it often. It's actually quite annoying to kind of like, I guess if you, once you move it, and it does stay in place a little bit better than I feel like the long sleeve because you don't have all that fabric pulling as well. But it does kind of like pucker. I'm just not obsessed with the way it looks. And then it's pretty tight in the arm area, so it is kind of like irritating a bit. And like, uncomfortable right here, but if I size up, it's gonna be too big and slide even more. Down here, staying put pretty darn well, so that's a plus. If you like the long sleeve, I think you'll really like this. It's just, you have to wear a bra underneath because it's just double, or not even double lined. Yeah, so like you will see through it. I really would not wear no bra just because of this. Like you bend, like, I don't know, I just wouldn't trust it if it slides. I feel like it would slide up more without the bra underneath, but kind of like off shoulder vibes. Back looks like this with the little logo. Same seamless fabric. I would definitely say you can stay true to size in it. And then we have the pump shorts coming back. These compressive fit, 3-tier waistband, 2-tier under glute support, subtle glute scrunch, 5-inch inseam, mid-rise. 51% polyamide, 38% polyester, 11% elastane. It says 5-inch, but mine are measuring, my extra small and extra small are measuring 4.5. So maybe the size small and up is 5-inch, but mine are not. This is coming in Quart green, dusty navy, heather gray, orchid, skyline, and wheat. 45 with code Bailey. So I prefer the shorts, which is not normally something like with defined impact. I prefer the leggings over the 4.5, but with pump, I prefer the shorts over the leggings. I just feel like the shorts are more flattering, and I also feel like the shorts are a shorter rise than the leggings. And in my extra small, those are mid-rise. In my extra small, they're high-rise. So again, I think ALPHALETE really needs to change. I've also seen them do a diagram too, which is, I think they have the incorrect mid-rise, because on their diagram, they had high-rise labeled as mid-rise. And one time they posted on their story and I was like, that's not mid-rise. And also mid-rise completely depends on your torso. I've noticed some brands will claim it's mid-rise, but it's only mid-rise for long torso girls. So I really want brands to start also doing a true mid-rise for short torso girls, because you can call it mid-rise, but if someone has a short torso, it's probably gonna be high-rise. I guess maybe they need low-rise at this point to be mid-rise for the short torso girls. But again, when I size down, it gives me the waistband height that I like. Again, I am always open and honest about my preference. I don't know why people hate on me when I'm genuinely, every video I say my preference. And you guys know I like a tight fit, so I size for my waist. And I'm not lying about my sizing. That would be weird for a review. I'm not lying. People need to stop accusing people of lying about their sizing just because they were in a size that they feel we shouldn't be in. Like, so I'm gonna show you guys all my sizings because we ain't putting up with that. Like, and I'm not just picking a size because I wanna say I'm in that size. I do not care about the size. I do not care at all. I just care about how it fits and feels when on. And I'm very OCD, so it is a sensory thing. Like if I have extra fabric, if the waistband is loose, I literally cannot wear it or else I feel like I'm going crazy. Like, so, and again, my waist literally measures to it. So I don't know what to tell people. Like at that point, if they're just hating on me, like spreading lies, like, but yeah, I just wanted to show that for the haters that say I lie about my sizing. I do not. I got extra small and extra small to compare, but for the most part, they're fitting the same, exact same, measuring the exact same as last pump. So stick to whatever size you got in that. If you liked it, it's going to fit the exact same. I am definitely on the fence of like what size I like. I'm kind of like, there's pros and cons to both sizes. Like I love extra small waistband, and then the compression on the leg, I like it a lot more. Pump in extra small doesn't give the same lift as define extra small, and that's why I like to size down to make it more compressive and try to get that define impact lift in pump. But then, while it's good compression right here in the waist, because ALPHALETE didn't do pump exactly correct in my opinion, just in my opinion, for this concept of legging, they should have made, again, the glute pocket area have extra fabric, stretchier, thinner fabric, to allow for the compression down here to fully lift and squish it out and up, whereas it's compressive down here, but it's also compressive, thick, not very stretchy fabric in the glute pocket area. So you're pushing it up, compressing it down here, but then you're also compressing it on the glute pocket area. So again, I do think, and I wasn't the only one with this feedback, so hopefully they take that and tweak it. I feel like if they use those tweaks, Pump would be like so dang good. I also feel like they need to lower their compression because they've got the tight compression right here, but it's not super tight down here, so you get this bulge effect where it's pushing it up and down. And like Lazuli and Define Impact have compression a lot further down, which pushes it up, not down. So I feel like they need to have more compression go lower to get rid of that weird bulge effect that's happening. And if you have longer glutes, the glute compression where it starts, like the contouring, could hit a little too high on your glutes. And I've also noticed that because of the Impact style scrunch, the 4-way invisible stretch scrunch, which isn't going to way up in the cheeks like an Amplify scrunch. It's supposed to give glute separation, but very minimally. And so if you size down or have longer glutes, it could make it harder to get glute separation. And then when you pull and stuff, the glute compression contour might hit a little too high. So again, I do feel like tweaks need to be made, but I still really like these. They're still ALPHALETE's most flattering bottoms, hands down. And I really do like the Pump shorts. I'm so excited for the bikers. I just really hope we see those tweaks because I feel like with those tweaks, like they would genuinely give BBL effect. And I just don't feel like I get that same wow factor that I do for like Buff Bunny Miracle or Define Impact. Like I don't get that same like holy crap effect. But again, when I stay true to size, it's more high rise. When I size down, it's more mid rise. Good tummy control, but again, they've loosened the back middle of the waistband, so when I stay true to size, I have to keep pulling up the back middle, whereas when I size down, that fits much better and I don't have to readjust at all. And also in the extra, extra small, even though, because it is a little bit tighter, more compressive, they do not roll that much at all. And that's why I'm saying, like, I know a lot of people don't really like tight leg openings, but it's for a purpose. It helps prevent rolling. And that was one of the things, like Buff Bunny Miracle, we kept going back and forth about, and I was like, you loosen it, it's gonna roll. And that's a huge pet peeve of mine. So a lot of ALPHALETE bottom shorts roll like crazy and I can't stand it. These, especially when I size down, did really, really well. And it's again because it's got that tighter leg opening, so I really liked that. It was like the first time some of ALPHALETE shorts didn't really roll that much on me, and I loved the rise in the size down. But then again, the glute pocket area was just kind of compressing my glutes rather than like lifting. Here's Orchid. We will do the sticker test. Now these are going to be more squat proof than some of the other under glute compression bottoms because of the thickness and lack of stretch in the glute pocket area. So if you don't like sheer, you'll probably prefer these just for that reason alone. But I'd rather it be a little sheer and give more glute lift personally. And again, it doesn't have a V-seam. It's not like a cut and sew waistband, so it just kind of like fades into the shorts. But luckily it's pretty short glute friendly, so it doesn't bother me as much as like some of the other Amplify. So it's still really nice, but I love a V-seam a lot more personally because it makes the top glutes look perkier. I feel like it makes the glutes look more round, whereas I feel like it looks a little square in this one. But I still really like them, still very flattering, and I like that we have different options. Like if you like a cut and sew, get Define. If you don't, ALPHALETE Pump. The A logo, which I really wish was small and tonal. It's not gonna be a make or break for me personally, but I just feel like a lot more people would prefer it if it was tonal and a little bit smaller, especially because we have the ALPHALETE in the back already. And this one is peel and stick. I'm really surprised they did that because Define gets a lot of complaints of peel and stick logos. So, but again, this is the scrunch. It's kind of like Define Impact. A little bit stretchier, maybe a little bit thicker too. If you have I do feel like it, again, compared to an ALPHALETE Amplify scrunch, it is a little bit more noticeable, but it's shorter. I actually kind of prefer this scrunch, to be honest, but I still feel like it would have been cool to see ALPHALETE do this style version with their scrunch. Here are the extra small pump shorts in Orchid. I like a compressive fit. The main thing though is like, I like that sizing down gives more lift and compression under the glutes. However, then it's too compressive in the glute pocket area. So while it's still not as like compressive as like Defined Impact, even when I size down, at least Defined Impact I feel like has again the stretchier fabric in the glute pocket area, and Pump just doesn't have that. And I know myself and a lot of the other athletes agreed that they should make the glute pocket area a stretchier fabric. It's too thick and compressive right here, when that's the only area it's supposed to be thick and compressive is right under the glute, and the design just doesn't do that, so it doesn't allow for maximum lift. And again, my true size gives, in my opinion, like no lift, not even comparable to like Defined Impact. So that's why I like to size down, but then again, it just gets compressive everywhere else. If they made this a stretchier fabric, I would be able to size down no issue and not feel like this area is being compressed, because I do like the compression level of the extra small. And I think if this became a stretchier, less compressive, thick fabric, this honestly would give such good lift. Still the most flattering bottoms and shorts ALPHALETE's ever done. I love the fabric. The fabric, it's not like exactly like OG, like there's definitely still more soft washes than OG, but in terms of like the quality, and it doesn't feel like pantyhose, and it feels thicker. I really like the fabric. I feel like it's holding up a lot better than a lot of Amplify drops we've seen. So I really like the material. The rise in these, and maybe it's because I sized down, fits more mid-rise like they're marketing it as. But when I stay with my normal size extra small, it's hitting high rise on me, not mid-rise. So I like the size down because it's again more so how they're marketing it. 3-tiered compressive waistband, so it really does snatch, which I love. And sizing down helps with the compression on the back middle, whereas when I say true to size, the back middle is a little loose, and so when I bend and squat, I have to keep pulling that area up. The white A logo on the side of the hip and the ALPHALETE on the back. I think if it were tonal and smaller, I would love it. Leg opening when you size down is tighter too, but still stretchier than like Defined Impact. So if you like a stretchier leg opening, you'll probably like this. The inseam obviously is not bikers. I prefer bikers. They are coming next drop though. I'm so excited. But these are their best, like even though they're 4.5 or 5, I need to measure to confirm. These are probably 4.5 because they're a size down. But they don't really roll as much as any of their other shorts this length because of that compression. So again, this proves my theory that we need a tighter leg opening to prevent rolling. I know everyone's like, I feel like I'm in the minority in this opinion. I feel like a leg opening of a short needs to be tight. I know people like it loose and comfy, but if it is that, it just rolls right up. It needs to be tight, so I really like the leg opening. And because it is tighter, it is rolling a lot less, which makes me like the inseam a lot more. So again, I just feel like it's more flattering when you have the under glute fold, and in the short inseam, you really can't get that, especially when it rolls. But in the biker length, you can. You also, it's hard to get it in the leggings as well. Like that fold right there, it makes your butt look bigger, and it's easier to have in a biker length. So I'm so excited for the bikers, and I'm so excited. Hopefully they make the tweaks where this does get stretchier. If they do, I feel like it would be such a game changer for these. But overall, they're still my favorite bottoms ALPHALETE's ever done. But here is the squat or sticker. Again, it's also got the Defined Impact scrunch, so doesn't completely go in the cheeks, but does give a little bit of glute separation. The seam kind of does have a little bit of shine to it though, and if you have smaller glutes or size down, this might be more noticeable and you might have a harder time pulling it in the cheeks. But when I bend and squat, the waistband stays put. Leg opening, like it rolls a little bit because it's shorter, but for the most part it stays put pretty well. Yeah, pump is definitely growing on me. I think, again, with the tweaks, it would be like, oh, so freaking good. And then we have Skyline, which is a light blue. I did extra small in this one. The extra small, again, doesn't give as much lift, but the glute pocket area feels better, and I have less compression on the glute area, but I just don't get the same lift effect down here or the waistband. But this and wheat are probably going to be the most sheer, but I don't feel like it's as bad as like last launch, like white. The fabric also, like, it's the same as last pump, but compared to like contour, it's much more like durable, sturdy, a little bit closer to OG, feels thicker, doesn't feel like, it feels less pill prone. I feel like it has a little bit more soft washes than OG, but I really have been loving the new fabric for sure. I think it's so much better. And again, sizing the exact same, waistbands, everything is measuring the same. Also, how cute of a color combo would this be? Then we have it in wheat, and I did wheat extra small, and wheat fit the best in my opinion. Like, I did have less lift down here because, again, I did extra small, but the glute pocket area was so stretchy in this color that I feel like it really allowed like my glutes to not be compressed. So I feel like these were the most flattering. It's also the lightest color, which is known to like lighter colors make your glutes pop more. So again, I love the shorts on this. I really want to kind of snag the leggings now, just because it's just, again, such a good color. I really hope we see wheat a lot more. Extra small, again, the main thing is just it hits higher rise. The waistband isn't as compressive. You don't get as much glute lift, but the glute pocket area fits a lot better in my normal size. Scrunch goes in the cheeks a little bit more. No front seam, so I don't get any camel toe in this. Some Barbie crush. Leg opening isn't as tight as Define Impact, so it does roll a little bit more than that. ALPHALETE logo. This one's definitely going to be the most sheer, but I don't think it's as bad as the white. Okay, here are the extra small wheat. I keep going back and forth, like what size I prefer. I don't know. I like the glute space better in the extra small, but I like the lift right here better in the extra small and the back waistband. I don't know. This gets made stretchier. I'll prefer the size down more. I don't know. I definitely like the shorts better than the leggings. I don't feel like the leggings really do that much, whereas I feel like the shorts are more flattering. That's why I'm so freaking excited for the bikers. But this color, am I becoming a neutrals girly? I don't know, because wheat and heather gray are my favorite colors this drop. Like, I've been dying for a heather gray, but I've also really wanted a beautiful cream, like vanilla color. I want wheat to come back in the shape seamless jacket. I really want them to do a seamless bolero, such a perfect neutral, and like doesn't look like your skin tone. And also it's fitting like the white pump shorts, and the white pump shorts are my favorite because they feel the stretchiest in the glute pocket area, whereas the other ones feel quite compressive. So then I feel like my glutes aren't getting that same like lift effect. However, again, it's not very compressive down here. I do wish it was, again, tighter, but still very, very flattering. I love the stretchiness feel right here. That's how it kind of should be. Then you got the scrunch. No V-seam, so the waistband just kind of fades into the shorts, which I feel like makes me look a little bit boxier, more square. My top glute's less perky than if it had the V-seam, but leg opening does roll a little bit more though than when I size down, because again, it's stretchier. Love this color though. Love the glute pocket area. I just wish, again, that it had a little bit more under glute compression. Sticker in. I do feel like it's less sheer than the white. Like, obviously it's still going to be a little bit more sheer, but not nearly as bad as the white ones. That's all the shorts that I got. Leggings coming, and those are coming in all the same colors. So we have Quart Green, Dusty Navy, Heather Gray, Orchid Skyline, and Wheat. And the leggings are going to be 63 with code Bailey. 2 extra small, and then 1 extra small. And I do prefer the extra small, but again, the glute area gets compressive Granted, it has more compression to lift at the bottom, but then you're being compressed in the booty cheek area too. So fit does need to be tweaked a little bit. But the waistband sizing down fits so much better and fits more mid-rise. The leggings definitely hit me higher than the shorts for sure, even when I sized down. But here's extra small dusty navy. And again, I don't like how in the extra small, the back middle waistband they have taken out. So I don't know why they would take it out right there, because then when you're bending and squatting, that area is constantly being pulled down. So every time you get up from a squat or something, you have to like readjust and pull it back up. And then you've got the A logo, dusty navy, which is a little bit more of like a grayish undertone than like whale blue, still more muted. A good neutral navy. And then again, you've got the new scrunch. The under glute compression does need to, again, be a little bit stretchier. I also feel like they need to go lower, again, with the compression under the glutes, because it's like most compressive right here and then not really much right here. And I think it needs to come a lot lower, and honestly, it needs to be tighter. Like if you want to compare it to Define Impact, make it give that same lift. One, it needs to be tighter, but two, it needs to come down compressing lower, because right now I'm getting a bulge effect and I don't feel like I'm getting any compression right under my glute, like getting any compression right there, so it's not lifting as much and it's kind of pushing it up and down, again, which creates the bulge look. So I just do feel like it needs to be tweaked. Again, I really hope they listen to people's feedback, because it would make these 10 times better. Inseam does feel, when on just the slightest bit shorter. It's not like Define Impact, like it's still full length 7/8, because it's quite stretchy, but it's a little bit tighter than like Contour and Normal because of the compression. So it's just the slightest bit shorter, but even if you're tall, don't stress. It's not gonna be like Define Impact. Here are the extra small pump leggings. So again, higher rise, and the back waistband, again, this is why I sized down too, because the back waistband, while right here is compressive, something about the back middle, and even Christine noticed it, the back middle, every time I bend and move, it's like being pulled down, and I have to like bend and squat, and then I have to keep pulling it up. Like, why would they loosen the back middle? Like, there's just really not much lift in the extra small, especially compared to Define Impact. And then you still, even though it is stretchier, it's still too thick of a fabric in this glute pocket area, so it's not allowing for maximum lift effect, which is the whole purpose of the concept of the design of the legging. So I really hope they tweak that. I think I'd like pump a lot more. The Define Impact 4-way stretch invisible scrunch, no front seam, white A logo right here, pretty squat proof, like I really wouldn't stress. Has the same kind of like paneling as Amplify down here, but then you've got the glute compression right there, and kind of comes to like an angle and then a scoop. So not like a normal, just kind of like circle like the other brands. Again, it's gonna be more squat proof than a lot of the other brands that have this design, because it's the compressive thick fabric. And I know some people who don't like sheerness will probably prefer this, but if you're looking for maximum glute lift, I just don't, like, they're still flattering, but I just don't think they give maximum lift compared to other brands. Any of the darker colors, or even heather gray, even though I did size down, I don't stress it at all, because the heathering really does help camouflage any sheerness. I love heather gray. I do kind of wish I would have sized up though in this one. But again, the heather gray, like I just wish it had the same level of stretch in the glute pocket area as wheat, because while I feel like the compression's really good on the leg, again, just tight there, but white ALPHALETE logo. I feel like in the ecom shots and like some of the pics, I was like, is this a green? But in real life, it's a true gray. I just feel like some of the lighting that ALPHALETE took of these, it was like almost this greenish looking color, and I was like, But in real life, it's a true heather gray. I really like the color, such a good core color. Here are the heather gray, extra small. Again, sizing down makes it more mid-rise, which I like, but also then ends up making the glute pocket area tight and very compressive and kind of almost pancaking. So I personally wouldn't stress. I've done full body in this. Then we have Quart green. The darks are definitely my least favorite. I just don't feel like they make the glutes pop as much, and I just feel like I gravitate more to like brights, and if I'm gonna do like more neutrals, lighter neutrals. But for the girlies that like a dark green, we have Quart green coming. Here's Quart green extra, extra small leggings. So again, I feel like the shorts hit a little bit shorter because the shorts are closer to mid-rise. Leggings are high-rise. I love the compression everywhere, but I still feel like it could be more compressive right under the glutes because like Defined Impact is real tight right here. And then again, it goes into a stretchier fabric right here. So then you get like maximum lift, and it's just not the same level of compression right here as in Defined Impact. And then it's also way too compressive in the glute pocket area. And this is a size down. So like the fact that there's still not the same level of lift, even when sizing down right here, as in Defined Impact, bums me out a little bit. As it is a thicker fabric than Defined Impact, I do feel like it is a little bit more squat proof in the glute pocket area than Impact. However, I would rather have a little bit of sheerness in this area and it be more flattering than compressing. Like, you're not supposed to compress your glutes, but that's just my opinion. I just don't feel like it's as in your face as Defined Impact, which if that's your cup of tea, you'll probably really like these. I just like the like dramatic, wow, bam, like in your face lift. We have the Anika Polo, tight fit, polo style, cropped, short sleeve, tonal A logo. This is 75% polyamide, 24% spandex. So this is coming in black, orchid, skyline, and white. And I got extra small in this, and I actually really like it. It's kind of like Tenacity fabric, just a little bit slicker feeling and thinner, not as hot. So I really like the fabric. I did extra small. I find it true to size. I don't feel like it runs as big as the tee. I maybe could size down, but then I feel like the arm area would be a little too tight. But it's so preppy. It's got this little polo V-neck. I would say it's more meet and greet, not cropped length. And then a simple back. This is $34.20 with code Bailey. It's definitely not sweat wicking, so just be mindful of that. But again, I don't mind if my sweat shows. Like, it's got a lot of stretch. I would stay true to size. I also like that it's a tonal logo. I really wish they put this on the Amplify. Like, it's so small and tonal. I think a lot more people would prefer this than the big white. I wanted to do extra small for a little bit of length because I didn't want it to become too short or too tight. I do think I probably could have sized down for the waist, but then I think the arm opening would have been too snug. So I'm happy with the extra small. I just get a little bit of extra loose fabric right here. Love the polo design, especially with the skirt. You could also even like scrunch it up like this, and then you get a little bit of torso, which I think is super cute. It's similar to Tenacity fabric, just a little bit thinner, stretchier. Doesn't feel as thick, so I actually really like the fabric. It's really nice. Tonal logo, very small, which I love. I hope they continue this on other stuff. It is meet and greet length, so right at belly button, hits right at the top of waistband. And then we have the Anika Skirt, which is 3.5 inseam, built-in shorts, leg slit, back darts, tonal A logo, low rise, 70% nylon, 30% spandex. Internal short is 75% polyamide, 25% spandex. So on me, it's mid-rise, not low-rise. Again, I really feel like they have their measurements on rises incorrect. Especially based off that scale I saw. Like, low-rise is this. This is mid-rise, high-rise, ultra-high-rise. And they have mid-rise as being this, high-rise, and ultra-high-rise on that scale. And I'm like, this is high-rise, not mid-rise. And then low-rise is what they consider mid-rise, I guess. So maybe if you have a longer torso, it's low-rise, but I feel like I've been seeing it mid-rise on everyone. Anika Skirt is gonna be $43.20 with code Bailey. It comes in black, orchid, skyline, and white. I did extra small, got 3 colors. I love a skirt. However, like this would have been so good if it was like a little bit higher rise. I love mid-rise for leggings, shorts, stuff like that. However, in terms of a skirt, I want it high rise. So I would have loved to have seen it a little bit higher, maybe half an inch, maybe an inch. But also my biggest, like I wouldn't have minded as much, but the waistband is too loose to where it just slides. And if you're making this to be like an activewear skirt and play pickleball like they're advertising, but it's just nonstop riding up, makes no sense, or riding down, that makes no sense and isn't very like good with performance. Like, yeah, the waistband is too big. It needs to come in honestly like an inch, maybe half, to stay put, especially with the tight leg opening. But then you have literally no compression. It's too big in the waist, makes it completely pull down, where anytime I move and bend, my underwear is showing. And I'm like, imagine I'm playing pickleball, you're constantly moving in that sport, how they're marketing it, you to like wear it, but it's just non-stop sliding down. Like, I don't know, that would annoy me. So I feel like the waistband needs to come in. And it's also like, I would have rather had like an elastic waistband than this like top seam waistband. I don't like that, but I love the silhouette of it. So I still am gonna wear it. I wish it would have snatched the waist. I just don't love the waist. It's too big. I don't like the top seams, but I love the silhouette. I think the shape is very pretty. I love the slit. However, it is too short, and I couldn't size up to a small because then the waist would literally be falling off me. But like you see the undershorts when I'm wearing it, because this doesn't even cover it. So it's real short. It needs to be a little bit longer. It's got darts in the front and back for added structure. It's tenacity fabric, so I love the fabric. I love the silhouette. I just think it needs to be a little bit higher rise, a little bit longer. Waist needs to come in a little bit more, and then it would be chef's kiss. But I got it in orchid, the skyline, which they all fit the same. I don't notice any difference. They feel the same. So here is orchid. Again, you've got the slit, the loose waistband with the top seam, the darts, quite short of a length. And then I got it in black, which is a staple. I love to wear skirts to the club. Not only just for like hot girl walks. I will style this with a bustier or some cute top and boom, throw on some boots, some heels. I got my club fit, so I had to get black. So here's the extra small skirt. So I do wish it was a little bit higher rise. I usually, for my skirts, like a high rise, leggings mid-rise. It's also, even in the extra small, even though it's mid-rise, it's a looser waistband, so it doesn't stay put, it does slide, which is a little annoying. It's also insanely short. Like my butt cheeks are out. Short lining too. Like you see the shorts, like the shorts are longer than the skirt part, so I don't like that. And because the waistband is loose, when I bend, move, squat, my underwear keeps showing because the waistband is not tight enough to stay put. And this is an extra small, so I'm glad I didn't do a small. It needs to come in like an inch on the waist and hit a little bit higher, like maybe like half an inch higher, and then come in an inch to half an inch on the waist. Just too big, doesn't stay put. Like, I would be getting so annoyed actually like playing pickleball in this, and then kind of like as you're moving stuff, it's sliding down, your underwear showing, because the waistband is way too loose. So for that, it's not one of my favorite skirts. I've had better. I like the ones that, again, have a tighter waistband, stay put better. But like, I like the fabric, I like the design, and it's still cute. Like, you guys know I love wearing a skirt to the bars, but I just feel like it's made for, like, obviously pickleball, hot girl walk, stuff like that, like not for the bars. But I just think functionally the waistband should have been tighter, because why is it so loose and just hanging there, and when you move it just slides right down? Like, I don't know, that never makes sense to me in terms of performance type stuff. because it's made to be playing pickleball, tennis. You're moving through that. You're not just standing there looking cute, so please make it functional. So I just, like, I love the design. I love the slit. I think it's cute. Love the colors. And I like everything else. I just think it needs to be a little bit longer, slightest bit like higher rise, and then it needs to, like, the waistband needs to come in an inch. So very, very velvety soft. And then the liner is the same. No pockets in the liner though. And then we have the Icon Baby Tee, cap sleeves, cropped length, long cropped length, a logo, 94% cotton, 6% spandex. We have this in black, Quart green, pewter, skyline, and white. So I did extra, extra small skyline, and the logo is now, instead of just it saying Alphalete, it now has the A logo in white right in the center. I really wish, again, it was on the side or right here, tonal. The baby tee is gonna be $28.80 with code Bailey. Extra, extra small baby tee in the skyline. Love extra, extra small so much more. I'm so happy I got the extra, extra small. I tried to buy extra, extra small last baby tee drop with, like, the collegiate varsity ones because I loved those, and I got sent extra small and it's just too big. But they sold out so fast because they have very, very little stock in extra, extra small now. Even for the athletes, like, we can't even pick extra, extra small anymore. So I had to, like, personally request to be sent this. So that's a bit of a bummer that, like, stock is, like, so limited even for the athletes in this size, because extra, extra small, like, there's even a lot of athletes that size down in the baby tees. So it's just like, I don't know, I feel like more stock needs to be in the extra small baby tees because it runs big. Like, it does run big, because when I do extra small, the neck opening is so baggy, so much loose fabric, isn't really fitted in the bottom. Like, even extra, extra small is still not, like, insanely fitting, but it's more comfortable. There's a lot less extra fabric. I think it looks so much better. So I'm really happy I was able to get my correct size in this because I love it. I wish they did the varsity ones again. I hope we see those in more colors because I really love that vibe. And it's got the cap sleeved. It's a soft, stretchy cotton. Does show sweat, but not as bad as, like, Honors or Buff Bunnies. Does have the A logo right here now instead of it saying Alphalete. I wish this was tonal, and I don't know, maybe not right in the middle, like if it was, like, right here, because that's where Buff Bunnies is. I would have liked that better than, like, a white A logo right here. And again, I just really like tonal. But it paired with the dusty navy, like, skyline, is a very cute. You pair it with the skyline skirt, also very cute. Back is simple. Last we have the core sweatshirt, which is $43.20 with code Bailey. Now this is 4-inch inseam embroidered graphic, internal discords, relaxed fit, mid-rise. We recommend staying true to size, 66% cotton, 21% rayon, 13% polyester. Black, Quart green, and heather gray. Heather gray was sold out in my size when I was trying to make selects for some reason. I think that means they have very little stock. I did size small in the green. I prefer to do size small in lounge shorts like this because I want them more loose. Drawstring has the, I don't like this logo. I don't like it. I don't know, it's giving pajamas or boxers. And then you've got, I don't mind this. It reminds me of Abercrombie, this, like, college bars, I don't even know. Polo tin, I don't even know. LB, who is LBD? Learn, dream, be. Oh, is that what that means? It's not like a fleece lined thing, like super thick, but it is, like, soft on the inside. Got pockets on both sides, longer length, like, I really like the length. They're comfy. This is what I'll wear lounging around the house, but some of the girls can really rock these and make them look streetwear. Very cute, very, like, grunge. I can't do that. I put it on and I just look frumpy. Like, I don't look cute at all. I don't look cool. I'm not a cool girl in these, and so I'll just be wearing these around my house. I don't know if I'd spend my own money on them. I'd rather have sweatpants, to be honest. Like, they're the shorts. These are size small. They have a drawstring. They're longer length. I don't normally like, they're comfortable, but I'm only gonna wear them out in the house. I just am not cool enough to pull these off. I don't know if I'd spend my own money on them. I'd rather have sweatpants, to be honest. Like, they're the shorts. These are size small. They have a drawstring. They're longer length. I don't normally like like they're comfortable, but I'm only gonna wear them out in the house. Like, I know a lot of the girlies wear them like streetwear vibes, and it looks so cute on them. But on me, I just can't pull it off. I'm not cool enough. But in terms of lounging, they are very comfortable. They're a good length. They remind me of gym shorts, except they're not that like mesh material. They're got that collegiate logo. Pretty sure Abercrombie's done something similar. Drawstring. I'm happy I did a small. Definitely wouldn't have wanted an extra small, because then it would have been too tight. And I like the loose vibes for lounge pants. Has pockets on both sides. The thick logo right here, which I don't love. But yeah, it's not like a, that's not fleece lined, right? It's like this. It's not really that, it doesn't transfer either. And it's not super thick and warm and fleece lined, so that's nice, but it is still like a softer material inside. All right guys, that is all that I have for this ALPHALETE review. Drop 4 is quite small. They also have men's items coming too. No, they need to spice up their men's stuff. Like, so yeah, if you're a man, they're dropping that, but it's just looks like the same old, same old. They need to like do some cool logos, some cool full zips with some like edgy streetwear sweats. That would be cool. Or bring back, like, I feel like a lot of guys don't even buy their own clothes. Like, their girlfriends usually shop for them. At least everyone that I've talked to, they're like, yeah, I buy his stuff. Like, and a lot of the times, like, Define does this, like, where like the guys will have like matching fitted or like even like loose, like long sleeve or short sleeve gym tops to match with the girls' activewear, like the same colors. Like, it would have been so cool to see like the Amplify men's tops come back in the matching colors. So girlfriend, boyfriend, not that I have a man, but like I feel like if I did have a man, that's what I would do. I would buy him a matching set. So like it would be so cute, like to match. I feel like ALPHALETE used to do that, and I just feel like it would be smart to start doing that, especially if like the girls are also shopping for their boyfriends. They're probably, if like they saw like, again, they're wearing a full pump set in this color and they saw like the men's top in this, I guarantee you if they had a boyfriend, they'd probably snag it too so they could twin with him at the gym. I don't know, if you have a boyfriend, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm single as crap, so I don't know. But would you do that? Do you think men would wear it? Like, I just feel like ALPHALETE needs to, like, I don't know, step it up with their men's department a little bit. And I remember they used to do that with Amplify, and I always thought it was so cool. And I feel like they should go back to that instead of these like basic tees. I don't know. I'm not a man, so maybe I don't know. I'm actually kind of curious. What do men wear at the gym? I don't pay attention to y'all at the gym. I don't know. So comment down below what you wear. But that is everything that is dropping. It's a little bit smaller of a drop, which is actually kind of relieving. But I really, really like the colors this drop. This is probably one of my favorite color palettes they've ever done because I have been wanting these two specifically for so long. And I really like the pump shorts. I'm so excited for the pump bikers. I really hope we get the heather gray and wheat in pump bikers because I feel like I'm really gonna like the pump bikers. Love the baby tee. My favorite bras ever are in this collection, and if you're an IBTC girly, I think you will love this bra. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with this launch. I'm very excited. I still really wish that they do a seamless cap sleeve bolero in these, like that would be so cool. Next, August 12th at 12 p.m. CST, code Bailey, it saves you 10% off. Also, if you have the app, they usually give early access over on the app before launch. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.